Eagle, proud symbol of our country, keep on flying high up above, and together we will stand and we'll restore the land. Oh, Eagle, keep on flying, Eagle.
Welcome in to Listen to the Eagle, your live call-in radio show, hunting, fishing, God, family, and country. Bert Caruth coming to you live from the Reed's Metal Studio alongside the legend Paul Ott, who is in the beautiful scenic rivers region at Lake Dixie Springs. How are you, Paul Ott?
Well, that'd be illegal any better, Bert. I'm getting stronger every day, and I'm looking forward to the show tonight. Sounds like we got a good one.
We do, Paul Ott. We got some great guests lined up. We've got Dr. Clay Johnston that'll be on here in the first segment. He's going to update not only you and I, but all of our listeners back. If you remember, around end of February, 1st of March, we had Dr. Clay on, and he had a quest that he has been on for over the last few years of trying to harvest a turkey in all 49 states across the country. Now, the reason it's not 50, of course, is because Alaska, you can't harvest a turkey in Alaska. They're just not up there. But he's going to update us. You know, he went into this past season, Paul Ott, I think he had 7 or 8 states, and we're going to see how many he dwindled down to. We've also got Tyler Owen with the Southern Attraction Outdoors group. They're going to call in and promote an event, and then we're also going to have their whole crew, all their guys that do that television show. It's a big hunting show back on July the 10th. We invite all of you to mark your calendars for Monday night, July the 10th, to visit with Southern Attraction Outdoor guys. And then we've got Listen to the Eagles professional hunter and fisherman, Big Ron Jones, is going to update us on the big event they had down in Dothan, Alabama. Country Goes Hunting. Paul Ott, that's where they bring Red Akins and all Blake Shelton and all those country singers, and they pair them up with professional hunters who all have the TV shows, and they do a big benefit, and it's called Country Goes Hunting. So we've got a full show. But before we get to all these guys, Paul, a little cleaning up here, some news across the state. I saw where the Mississippi Department of Wildlife and Fisheries did a press release that Wolf Lake in Yazoo City is back open. They had restricted some recreational boating activities, and that has been rescinded, and you can get back on that lake and have some fun as of June 20th. So that's good news.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, there's a lot going on in fishing in Mississippi right now, Bert.
Well, speaking of fishing, right there in the Scenic Rivers region at Percy Quinn, which I know that lake opened back up, old Bubba Wall Jr., little 10-year-old Bubba Wall down at Percy Quinn caught a 33-pound catfish, Paul, out over the weekend.
Man, that may be a record, especially for Percy Quinn.
Man, I thought when they drained that lake, did they not drain it all the way? How in the world is a 33-pound catfish already back in that lake?
Man, it don't take him long to eat them scavengers, and they grow up fast, Bert.
33 pounds. Percy
That's
Quinn.
Bigger.
And probably don't need to get this out, or too many people are going to go fishing down there, but I think a couple of weekends ago he caught a 30-pounder. So that's back-to-back, a 30-pounder and a 33-pounder right there in Percy Quinn State Park down there in the Scenic Rivers region. Some good fishing, Paul Ott.
Well, it needs to be promoted because that's what it's all about, Bert, anyway.
Well, absolutely, but sometimes, if you know a good honey hole, you don't want to let everybody across the state know where to go.
Well, that's true, too.
We're about to go to break, but I do want to go ahead, Paul Ott, and let's introduce our first guest of the night, and we'll ask him to hold over to the second segment. But we got Dr. Clay Johnston on the line. Clay, welcome to Listen to the Eagle, brother.
Thank you, Bert. Thank you so much for having me on tonight.
Man, I can't thank you enough. We are we're about to go to break, but I want to tell everybody on the other side of the break that, back, I think it was late February, early March, you were on the show again, and you were kind of updating us where you stood in the quest of harvesting a turkey in all 49 states, and we want to really look forward and kind of dive in to maybe hear some stories about this past season and get an update from you, not only of the good hunts and locations you went, but then at the end where you stand on the quest.
Well, I look forward to sharing that with you. I had a great season and had some good hunts to share with you for sure.
Great. So y'all don't want to miss that. So make sure you stay tuned and don't go anywhere after this break, because Dr. Clay Johnston is going to update us on what I think is one of the coolest hunting quests that I've ever heard of, being able to harvest a turkey in 49 of the great states. Paul Ott, we're going to go to break. 1-800-251-5891. That's 1-800-251-5891 or pound 444 if you're C-Spire customer inspired to be a part of the show. We'll be right back.
Legendary entertainer Paul Ott brings you his greatest hits. Get them all in this special CD-DVD combo set, including Old Blue,
Many and a many of an early morn.
I Am Mississippi,
I am everything good you have ever dreamed about.
Right Arm of America, and many more. To order, visit listentotheeagle.com or send $20 check or money order to Paul Ott's Greatest Hits, Box 219, Summit, Mississippi 39666.
Bert Ott Caruth here live in the Reeds Meadows studio alongside Paul Ott, coming in from the beautiful scenic Rivers region at Lake Dixie Springs. 1-800-251-5891. That's 1-800-251-5891. I'll get you right in here in the show if you've got any questions, or pound 444 if you're C-Spire customer inspired like we are. Paul Ott, we've got Dr. Clay Johnston on the line. And Clay, again, I thank you for being a part of the show. I know you've done this several times, but real quick, just because every Monday night we have new listeners, if you don't mind, kind of frame what you've done over the last 10 to 15 years in this quest, so they kind of know what we're talking about. And then you can just go right into an update and maybe some stories to share from this past season.
I'll be happy to. Thank you again for having me on tonight. It's truly an honor to be on, and it probably started back in I guess in the early 2001 or something like that, when I started, chasing the slam, which was the Grand Slam, which is killing the 4 subspecies of the wild turkey in the U.S. And then you can kill those 4. You can kill the 5th one. It's called a Royal Slam.
Right.
And then if you kill the 6th subspecies, the wild turkey is called a World Slam. And once I had done those and was blessed to accomplish that, I got to looking at things, and I had actually, traveled over several different states and killed some turkeys in some different states, had a few under my belt, and just it came along the idea to try to accomplish killing the turkey in the 49 of the 50 that actually have a season of it. And so over the last, I guess I'd say since the last 10 years or so, I really tried to kill or try to get to at least 3, maybe 4 new states a year.
Right.
And at the same time, going to some of to hunt with some of my friends in some of the states that I've made through the years, like in Florida and South Dakota. Those are kind of traditional places I go to see my friends and hunt with them,
Sure.
But
well, real quick, not to interrupt, but I think when we had you on, were you already set up to go to Rhode Island this year, or was that something that happened at the last minute?
No, it was planned.
Okay.
It was planned. Yeah. Another gentleman that I met this past year from the state of Arkansas, he's on this same quest. Matter of fact, he finished his up this year.
Oh wow!
And he was very helpful in giving me some public ground areas to hunt up there. So I had some places to go. If I couldn't find some private ground to hunt on, but I'd actually tried to call last year one of these dairy farms just to see if they would allow some hunting. That's kind of a little bit of a different way of approaching it, because not just everybody's going to let you come and hunt their place. So actually the Tuesday, before I was going to fly out on a Thursday morning, I decided I'd just pick one off this list of about 20 names and addresses and email addresses, and just taught him a little bit about me and who I was, what I was trying to accomplish, and try to kind of give him a little background there. And so all day Wednesday at work, I kept looking at my phone, seeing if I'd gotten a reply back. he never replied. And finally, so I flew out Thursday morning, and I had to go through Detroit to get to Providence, Rhode Island. And when I landed in Detroit, he had responded. And he said, Clay, when you come to Rhode Island, you're welcome to hunt my farm. Well, little did he know that I was on my way. and I hit the ground in Providence and drove to the gentleman's farm, and he wasn't there. And so I went and checked out these other public areas to hunt and came back. And he was actually running a track hoe at that time, and I got out of my vehicle, had a camouflage hat on, and I started walking to him, and I said, by chance, you wouldn't be Mr. Kevin Breen, would you? And he said, son, you don't beat around. You don't take much time. You get right down to the point when you ask to come, don't you? But just a super nice gentleman. Got to meet his family, his brother and his sister-in-law, and then actually his son-in-law, who works there on the dairy farm for him, is from Connecticut. So while I was there, I made a connection and got permission to come back. I'll be hitting Connecticut next year. The only two states that I haven't been to is Maryland and Delaware.
Okay. And before we let you go, can the Listen to the Eagle audience help you with connections there, or do you have those already locked down?
I would love some help. I would love any and all help.
Maryland and Delaware, folks, we got to get him a connection. If he can get those, he's already got Connecticut for next year. We need Maryland and Delaware, and I promise you, he can handle Arkansas and Louisiana, but we got to help him with a connection at Maryland and Delaware.
Man, I would appreciate it. It's just been an interesting quest. It's been a great ride. Again, the people that I've met along the way has made it that much more beautiful.
I invite you to keep listening, and if anybody calls in with connections of Maryland and Delaware, you know I'm going to pass them on, but again, I think it's one of the coolest quests that I've ever heard in the hunting and fishing world, and wish you all the luck in the world to close this thing out next year, brother.
I'm going to give it a try. I certainly am, and I so much appreciate y'all having me on. Enjoyed visiting with y'all.
Absolutely. Dr. Clay Johnston on a quest to harvest a turkey in 49 states across this great country. Good luck to you, Clay, and thank you for the update. Look, we got another whole half of the show. Y'all don't go anywhere. We got to go to break, but 1-800-251-5891. That's 1-800-251-5891 if you want to be a part of the show. We'll be right back.
Paul Ott's The Day of the Lord CD-DVD combo set is our free gift to you and your family. The Day of the Lord includes songs like I Am That I Am, Don't Cry for Me, and They Could Not Stop His Love, as well as special sermons by Tom Lester, Dr. Larry LeBlanc, and others. Paul's special holy visits and the printed Don't Cry for Me poster are also included. Get yours by calling 1-800-684-9486 or by letter to New Day of the Lord Ministries Foundation, Box 219, Summit, Mississippi 39666.
Welcome in to Listen to the Eagle. Thank you for making us a part of your evening tonight. If you want to be a part of the show, that's what this show is all about. Paul Ott started this show over 20 years ago to be the voice of the Mississippi hunter and fisherman. 1-800-251-5891. That's 1-800-251-5891 or pound 444 if you're C-Spire, customer inspired like we are. That'll get your voice statewide. Any kind of question, any kind of comment. But Jim, right now, let's go to Mr. Tyler Owen of Southern Attraction Outdoors. Tyler, welcome to Listen to the Eagle, man.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Man, we're kicking like a pack of ninjas, baby. How are you?
Oh, just trying to stay cool, man. Trying to stay cool.
I hear you. I want to thank you for calling in, and we're going to have your whole crew. I believe we're narrowing it down to, want to tell all our listeners, mark your calendar, July the 10th. We're going to have Tyler and the whole group of guys from Southern Attraction Outdoors. Tyler, real quick, I know you want to promote one event, but real quick, if you could frame kind of what y'all do at Southern Attraction Outdoors and your show and what it's all about.
Yes, sir. So it's a group of guys. Just about all of us are out of Mississippi. We do have one young man from Georgia by the name of Eric Lee. But all we do is just promote the good Lord and the outdoors, and we try to take as many kids as we can take hunting, basically during the youth seasons or whenever they are available. It is I believe it's 8 of us total that are adults, So
Yeah.
we're all eligible to take any child hunting, and that's something that we do enjoy passing on, especially just because we love it so much,
Well, I know you guys. We had y'all on not too long ago. Got to meet you guys. Of course, I've gotten to know Dwayne over the past 2 years, and I know your hearts are right. And I can't thank you enough what you're doing for this industry with Southern Attraction Outdoors. Tyler, real quick, the phone lines are full, but I can't wait to have you and your whole crew in here from Southern Attraction Outdoors on July 10th. Want everybody to mark your calendars. We're going to have a big time. But real quick, promote your event. I know y'all got something going on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, so what we're doing is it's an archery shoot, a bow shoot. We're going to have 5 classes. It's going to be a men's bow hunter, a women's bow hunter. We're also going to have a young adult class for 16 to 18 years old, a youth class for 12 to 15, and a Cubs class for 8 to 11. Any body that is 7 and under, they're going to have to be accompanied by an adult, and they will have a participation award. But there will be first, second, and third place prizes. We've come up with some gift cards to Bass Pro. Each first place person will receive a 16-inch cup trophy. Along with, we have some of our sponsors like Moultrie, Code Blue, Summit. There's a few Execution Broadheads, Clear Shot Archery, forgive me, Apex Ammunition. But anyway, we've got a couple bundles that we're also going to be giving out to second and third as well.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a 15 target course. It's also going to have a 5 target novelty course, and the novelty course is going to be a live situation like sitting in a ground blind or standing in a lock on.
Oh, that's
something
cool.
like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yes, sir. And there will also be a 100-yard shot challenge. So it's going to be a $20 entry fee, and the entry fee is going to get you 1 loop around my farm, and you're going to be able to participate in each one of those events. Okay.
Robert Daly, you listening, Robert Daly? This is right up your alley. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Tyler.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're also going to have a chronograph machine out there. If you want to know how fast your bow shoots, we'll have that out there. We're also going to have some refreshments for you, Gatorade, water, things like that. It's going to be at 7375 County Line Road, Carthage, Mississippi. And if you follow us on Facebook or Instagram, we've made several posts, and we'll continue to make some more posts before the date.
And what's that follow? What do they search to follow you on Instagram or Facebook?
Southern Attraction Outdoors. It's
Okay.
kind of a mouthful, but it's just how it sounds. Southern Attraction Outdoors.
So if all that sounded really cool to you out there, this event that Tyler just talked about, go to Facebook, go to Instagram, Southern Attraction Outdoors, or you can go to southernattractionoutdoors.com, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Tyler, thank you so much, and I can't wait to have you guys. We're going to have a big time July the 10th.
You're right about that, brother.
All right, brother. Thank y'all for what you do. Look forward to seeing you then.
Sir.
Y'all don't go
Okay,
anywhere. We'll be right back with more Listen to the Eagle. Got Ron Jones, professional hunter and fisherman, for Listen to the Eagle on the other side. We'll be right back.
Legendary entertainer Paul Ott brings you his greatest hits. Get them all in this special CD-DVD combo set, including Old Blue,
Many and a many of an early morn.
I Am Mississippi,
I am everything good you have ever dreamed about.
Right Arm of America, and many more. To order, visit listentotheeagle.com or send $20 check or money order to Paul Ott's Greatest Hits, Box 219, Summit, Mississippi 39666.
Welcome in to Listen to the Eagle. Bert Ott Caruth coming to you live from the Reed's Metal Studio. Paul Ott by phone from the beautiful Scenic Rivers region, Lake Dixie Springs.
You got that right.
I want to thank y'all for making us a part of your evening, no matter how you're listening to the show, whether it's riding down the road on the FM dial. All you got to do is hit scan. We're only on about 22 stations across the great state of Mississippi. Or you can always go to your C Spire smartphone, go to the App Store, search Listen to the Eagle. Download the app, and you'll always be able to get Listen Live on Listen to the Eagle. Well, Paul Ott, we got our professional hunter and fisherman, big bad Ron Jones. Ron, it has been too long, my friend. How are you?
I'm doing well. How you doing there, Bert Lane?
Man, Ron, we're doing well, doing well. Everything been good with you? I know. I see pictures. You and Reynolds, absolutely. Your son Reynolds and your daughter, for that matter, actually look like you had a big time deer season, great turkey season, and good night. You're already just rocking and rolling with the fishing. It looks like as well.
Oh yeah, we were very blessed. We're blessed with all aspects of the hunting and turkey hunting and the fishing. So we've been having a good time. We're just trying to keep up with the crews.
Well, look, let me tell you something. I've got one named Kate Ott, and he sees all those posts of Reynolds holding these fish, and he keeps going, "Daddy, will you call Ron? Daddy, will you call Ron?"
Well, tell him to come on anytime. We'll take him anytime.
Ron, one thing I wanted to catch up with you. Last time you were on the show, we were promoting, and I know you guys were going down to Country Goes Hunting, and it's the big event where you bring in all the country music stars along with the professional hunters, and y'all do the big charity event in a big concert down there in the Wiregrass area. We promoted it right before that. Can you kind of update Paul Ott and myself and our listeners? How did that go? And
we've actually kind of scaled it back. We've been doing it 15 years.
Right.
We kind of scaled it back, and it kind of got pretty big, pretty fast, and then we ran into some problems trying to get everybody there and get the civic center and so forth like that. So actually, we took this spring off the Country Goes Hunting, and we hope to rejuvenate it next year. But it was always a good charity and so forth. So that's kind of where we were.
Yeah, that
this
thing,
year. That
thing with Red Akins, and of course your buddy and gotten to know him pretty well, Sam Clement, was always just a great event, charity event. You know, we had Tyler Owen. He's got a crew, Southern Attraction Outdoors. They've got a TV show, Ron, and he's talking about a big event coming up, shooting your bow. And Paul Ott, back around 98, 99, Ron and I were roommates, and I was running convenience stores at that time, and I thought I got up early. I had to open the store at 5 a.m. Well, one morning I'm sitting there in my bed, and at about 3:45 to 4 a.m., I hear this noise. I'm like, what is going on? I walk outside, and there's Ron practicing with his bow.
Yeah, you got to find time to practice. You don't want to have any excuses when I let that arrow go.
That's right, baby. That's right. Well, right before we went to break, we're about to close the show, Ron. But you mentioned, a lot of our listeners know Rhett, and I know you're real close to him, and I know his son Thomas Rhett's big on the country charts now. But did you get to catch up and do any hunting with Rhett this year?
Yeah, we did. He and I went up there right after Rhett had won. Thomas Rhett had won Entertainer of the Year and Song of the Year, and hunted with him the following week. And he had just flown in from Africa, and he and his wife adopted a baby from up there, and so I got to spend about 3 days with Rhett, and we actually went to the Ryman Auditorium on Monday night, and he played with a few other songwriters, and it was a pretty big deal to me to get back and sit in Hank Williams Sr.'s dressing room.
Oh man,
so I enjoyed that.
Yeah,
we had a big time. We went hunting a few days and killed a bird, so we got to spend some time together.
Well, that's awesome. I can't thank you enough for taking time on this evening to be with us on Listen to the Eagle. And Ron, when this is over, I'm gonna get with you tomorrow. Cade and I got to get up there. I got to get him on some fish. He's foaming at the mouth to get up there with Reynolds and you guys. So.
All right. Well, you get with him after the boys finish. I know they're doing football workouts. They get through. We can put him on one about any day.
That'll be perfect.
Reynolds and JC can go about every day.
I know. I see the pictures, and so does Cade, so I'm in trouble. I got to get with you, brother. Thank you, Ron.
Right.
Love you, brother.
Hey, well, good talking to you. Y'all have a good one.
All right. Man, what a show. It's flown by and just really enjoyed it. But if you Don't remember anything else about tonight. Remember this. If you do things your way, you will get your results, some good and some bad. If you'll stop and pray, you'll get his results. Paul Ott?
That's right. And the wings like eagles, we shall soar, Bert, and that's where we're going with listen to the eagle. There's a lot of hunting and fishing out there, and we need to spread it out, brother.
Well, I love you, Paul Ott. Glad you were on from down there, beautiful Lake Dixie Springs in the Scenic Rivers region.
I love you too, Bert, and I'll see you next Monday.
Yes, sir. What a show. Enjoyed it. Thank y'all for being a part of tonight. Be sure next Monday evening, we'll see you then.